Enrique, my biggest challenge is Enrique.
My biggest challenge is that I try to do too much. Fellow Toastmasters, honored guests, my biggest challenge is that my eye is sometimes bigger than my stomach. I say yes to everything, and I have a very hard time saying no. Right now, my schedule has been pretty busy because my biggest challenge is I have a hard time saying no. A colleague will ask me, "Do you have time to work on this case?" I already have a dozen cases on my desk. What do I say? Yes. Because my biggest challenge is I have a hard time saying no. One of my friends once told me that some of the most successful people, they don't just have a to-do list, they have a not to-do list. Because our time is our most precious resource. You see, you can lose money, you can lose things, but you can get money back. You can get things back. What you can never get back is time. Time is our most precious resource, and we have to guard our time. And that's a challenge worth accepting. That's a challenge worth taking. Grabbing the bull by the horns and trying to control our time. And we have to think about how we're going to spend that time. Sometimes I say yes too much at work. I'm writing a law review article on the side. It's going to be 40 to 50 pages with about 300 to 400 footnotes. This was a midnight project that I did not need. This has been difficult. I've been burning the midnight oil. And I need to get back to that challenge of how do I use my time most effectively, with most effect. And I think one of the things we all need to do is, and it's something that Stephen Covey talks about, we need to sharpen the saw. So often we saw and we saw and we saw, and we don't take time to focus on ourselves. We almost feel like our lives have a rhythm, have a momentum of their own, that our lives would go on with or without us. But we need to take care of ourselves. We need to guard our time. That's my biggest challenge, and I'm working on it. Mr. Tabletop Smash.